It's the Raptors' 20th anniversary season. It's a milestone moment for them. They've had their ups and their downs, but they're back at it again, and they're picking up right where they left off, this time looking to go deeper into the playoffs. We catch up with them right here, always looking up in a short girl's world.
Want to know who the players are on the field, ice, and hardwood? Well, here's your chance to get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look right here at the Players Gala. The Stylist Awards are quickly becoming the must-attend event of the year, as the biggest and brightest stars of the urban, dance, and club scene come together to get recognized for their music. Here on VMix, we're giving you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how these influential players get their style on. In the overcrowded world of hip-hop, you can teach many things, but ambition isn't one of them. Ashton Bishop, aka Famous, is striving to be the best, and he's standing out amongst the crowd like a neon shirt at a black tie affair. His respected hustle has landed him right here on VMix.
Is there a buzz in the air? Do you sense that feeling kind of coming back and picking up where you left off with this team?
Yeah, definitely. I think last year, we wanted to go farther. It was kind of a magical moment, and how Masai was able to turn us around with the trays and everything, and the guys working hard. So really, there is a buzz in there.
And we're showing the DJs a lot of love. We got to show Fashion World a lot of love too. So here on VMix, we're giving everyone an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the event before everything happens. So tell us a little bit about your style and what you kind of wore tonight.
Me and my management was just talking about it. We're calling it like a swaggy, breezy summer vibe.
Why tonight is so important is because we are celebrating the life and legacy of Nelson Mandela. He was one of the most inspirational and passionate leaders that I've ever seen in my life, and there's a long history between Nelson Mandela and the NBA. Back over 20 years ago, we sent a delegation, including David Stern and Dikembe Mutombo, to sit down with Nelson Mandela. And one of the things that we talked about there was how we could use sport to bridge cultural differences and to bring people together and to unite them. And so those were the lessons that we learned from Nelson Mandela, and it's important that young people today who may not have lived during the time of Nelson Mandela get to still understand what those principles are. And so we're celebrating the life and the legacy of him tonight, which is so important.
Primary source of inspiration, certainly growing up in Africa and understanding what he stood for, his selfless, benevolent leadership. He just didn't talk about it. He just didn't talk about, for example, the power of sport. But he used sport to galvanize and bring his country together, as we witnessed in the 1995 Rugby World Cup. As a person who really, live all my life, through sport, and also trying to find a way to use sport as a tool for development. Everything he talked about and stood for, I think we have a unique opportunity on the continent through our work there to see that it has an effect on young people.
Oh, I cry a lot. I couldn't believe it. I met him for the first time in '93. I couldn't believe I was having dinner with him in the same table. I felt like I was just lucky to know him before he becoming the president. And we all knew that he was going to become the president. And we all knew that his world was going to remain in our head for the rest of our life.
Sport is the one thing that blacks and whites and Latinos and everybody come together. Like tonight, we're going to see everybody in this arena cheering for the Raptors, right? From all different walks of life, different races of people, and that's what sports can do. See, it can galvanize people, it can bring people together, and Nelson knew that. So he was able to use the soccer team, the rugby team. He wanted me to bring NBA players to introduce the game to the young people. So I brought a lot of retired players to South Africa. We put clinics on. We played 5 games over there, so it was really special. So he understood what he had to do, and then he reached out to the right people and brought them in, and then he gave us strict and direct orders, and we carried them out.
Absolutely. You know, basketball has always been, you know, one of those sports that really globally fans resonate with us, and they resonate with our sport because of the fact that they can actually reach out and touch us. We can sign autographs, we can take pictures, and in today's social media, they can communicate with us. So it's up to us to really take the bull by the horns and to be able to settle some things down and to give unique perspective, because we come from a lot of those areas that are having the hardest time coping with, you know, the situations at hand. So I think that it's up to us to really take Nelson Mandela's stance on, you know, sports being that thing that changed the world, and really just putting it on our shoulders and you know, really pushing forward to try to help our youth and help our communities.
The power to bring people together of all walks of life, I think that's what sports does. And look at the World Cup in Brazil, brought the whole world together. The Olympics or the NBA. Look at the game tonight. Look at We the North, bringing everybody in Canada together, and such a global sport. But there's nothing like sports. It affects youth, and you know what? We can control our kids to be bankers. We can control them to do whatever we want. But at the end of the day, they are going to come and play sports as they grow up, and it's going to tie them to other younger kids, and that affects lives and it changes lives. Well, when I met him, I was with Dikembe Mutombo, and he walked up and he said to Dikembe, "What you are doing in Africa with your people, don't ever stop." And he looked at me and he says, "That's a beautiful smile you have, young man." So for him to tell me that, I was inspired by two great people, obviously Mandela, and it inspired me to do more for my continent.